Hi there and happy Thursday. This is Crystal Lee Moore Lucier, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Crystal Lee Moore, with Royal LePage Triland Realty in London, Ontario. And this is episode 2 of Realtor Life, a fun and entertaining way to learn about life in the trenches as a real estate professional in Ontario. Each week, I will share some insights on goal setting in the spirit of Brian Buffini and his 5-circle goals. 5-circle goals are goals in the 5 circles of our lives: spiritual, family, business, financial, and personal. I will also share a story from my experience or the experience of a colleague while maintaining the privacy of the parties involved. And finally, the lessons learned from the story, which will hopefully help you along your way. 5-circle goal time. What are your goals this week? Will you write them down? I like to write mine down so I can check them off or highlight them when I've completed them. It feels so good. My spiritual goal this week is to find a way to give back locally for Christmas. A friend of ours here in London runs an organization called The Wise Initiative, focused on giving back to those in need in the community, so this is where my focus will be. My family goal is going to be to continue movie night with my stepdaughter. We watched The Notebook on Monday night and it was a hit. Our goal is to volunteer together on Monday nights, but until we can do it safely, this is how we're going to spend time together. My husband, Brett, and I will also be trying to get out for the weekend and go to the Merry Market at 100 Kellogg Lane in London for a safe and socially distanced date night. Wish us luck! My business goal this week is to connect personally with 5 or more business owners in London over Zoom if we can, and to get to know them. For those who wonder how my exercise went last week, where I had to track my time every 20 minutes, it was hard. I found out that checking Facebook takes almost 20 minutes every time. What a time vampire. My financial goal is to keep saving for our investment property and limit extra spending if we can. And finally, my personal goal is to stick to my new Beachbody workout program, Lift 4, which is an intense 4-day-per-week program. Hope these goals have inspired you to choose or write down your own 5-circle goals. I'd love to hear more about them. You can go to my website at www.crystalleemore.ca and find my contact info, or send me an email at crystalleemore@royallepage.ca. Now, on to this week's story. I remember it like it was yesterday, my second listing. How did I get it, you ask? My sorority sister from Phi Sigma Sigma in Ottawa, you heard that right, told me about her father, who was also a real estate agent in a neighboring city. I may have some buyers for the area, Crystal. Canvass the neighborhoods around you and see if you can get a listing for my clients to buy. It would be a win-win. Boy, was he right. I called around and ended up sitting down with a lovely but quiet and private couple. We discussed their home's potential value, and I came armed with my found listing booklet, and we toured their super cute home. As it turned out, the buyers I was searching for bought something else, but we still went ahead and listed their home. What I did was invite my photographer Hans to come and take professional listing photos. What I did not do was, quote unquote, spend money I didn't have on a needless luxury, like staging. My clients and I staged the home ourselves. What, like it's hard? Okay, it was hard. I need Ellen and Trish, my stagers, like flowers need the sun. But nonetheless, we listed the house. The price was good. The house was 13 years old and had a few issues, but nothing major. Great location, great home, almost 2,000 square feet. But it was for sale for much longer than we had anticipated, and my clients were private people, as I said. At last, a man and his wife came into my open house. They seemed very interested, and they didn't have their own agent. Score! But there was a catch. This buyer wanted to represent himself for the buyer agent commission. Oh, and he wanted to come in under list price. And he and his wife wanted to have my client's oak furniture. They also had an inspection and a financing clause. I wish I was kidding, but it doesn't get any better. I went against the advice of a few of my colleagues and even my broker because I figured, hey, at least the home will get sold and my clients can stop being stressed out. I can do the extra work, no problem. We had the inspection. The report revealed that the roof needed to be replaced. It was 13 years old, but there was also a vent that should have been going from the ensuite bathroom out of the roof, and it was just venting into the attic and creating suspect fungal material. That's what inspectors say when they're not allowed to say mold. The seal on the front bedroom window was gone, and finally, the beautiful tree in the backyard, which my clients had specifically requested that the builder not remove when they had the home built in 2001, was a potential hazard to the roof if not trimmed back. The buyers were getting the deal of a lifetime on this house, so obviously they firmed up, right? Wrong. The buyer sat in front of me and demanded that my clients have the tree professionally removed and that they put a new roof on the house in addition to already having the builder issue in the attic rectified. This buyer was so rude and loud that people in my office could hear him practically yelling about his rights to a new roof and tree-free yard. Needless to say, we decided to say no to his unreasonable requests as a non-agent. Even though he was saving tens of thousands of dollars, it just wasn't worth it. But the listing also expired. I stayed in touch though. My clients got a new roof, they changed the front window, and they fixed the vent, and they relisted the home the next year. With me. We know how hard you worked, they said, and we would like to give you another chance. We listed their home for $20,000 more than we had originally listed it for. And when the nicest couple came into my open house, again, without an agent, I was my friendly self, but I was a little hesitant. As it turned out though, they offered full price with one condition. I was to sell their townhouse. Done. I ended up with 3 ends and 4 very happy people, 5 if you include me. For the non-realtors listening, an end is a sale. So if you list a house and you also represent the buyer, that's 2 ends. Lessons I learned. If a buyer walks in and wants to represent himself, that's okay. We even have a form for that, customer service. If he thinks that representation includes any sort of remuneration or that he's entitled to commission, he's very, very wrong. We work very hard and train and study and pay a lot of money to be professional agents. It's not up for negotiation. Always be honest with your clients. If you might have buyers for them, tell them. But if those buyers buy elsewhere, keep them updated. That's what I did. Cold calling and door knocking is not fun, but it's a little bit more fun when you have a reason. In COVID times, if you are going to do it, make sure you're wearing a mask and you stay 6 feet back. Always hire professionals, whether for photography or staging or anything else you need. We are professional realtors. We should be hiring professionals for anything else. Learn about what your clients need. After weeks on the market, we took the for sale sign down. My broker of record had suggested that there was a source of pain associated with seeing the sign every day for my clients. And taking it down showed that I was in it for them and not me. Fight for your clients always, especially against people who are trying to take advantage of them. Hire a good inspector. We had a great guy, the right guy, but unfortunately, these buyers took advantage of his warnings and used them as cash opportunities. Understand that some builders may leave things undone, such as an entire row of homes with detached bathroom vents. A pre-home inspection can be a good idea, or even a post-move-in inspection. In a hot market like we're in right now, a lot of people are purchasing without inspections. It's still important to get one, even after the fact. 13 years of moisture blowing into the attic can't be a good thing. Keep in touch and always listen. My clients had an entire year to decide to work with someone else after that traumatic incident with the buyers. I showed them I cared, I worked hard, and that mattered to them. That's it for this week. If you have any comments or questions or feedback, you can find me on Instagram at Your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Facebook at Crystal Moore Real Estate Sales, or by going to my website at www.crystalleemore.ca. This is Crystal Lee Moore Lucier, also known as Your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor Crystal Lee Moore, with Royal LePage Triland Realty in London, Ontario. Stay healthy, happy, and grateful, everyone, and we'll see you next week.